that yes, while I agree that lady or tag lori justice or Mohbad or Oloro, I also believe that our actions loma depicts irú èèyàn. People would actually, know who we are by our actions and by the words that we say here on this app. So Sammy Jojo, like I'm quite disappointed to hear some of the things that I've heard, like especially hearing it from Mercy and reading through the comment section, that you were even asking people for money. Sammy Jojo, you have to go back to your drawing board though, and just go and, if you have ever collected a dime from these people, you ask them for a dime, whether for evidence or it was a big mistake, big error on your part. It was a big error on your part. So you see why they will be able. I mean, if you've gone to them to ask them for money for your children, I see why they will be abusing your kids, even though they should not as adults. I don't think any adult should be on social media, abusing your kids, regardless. So I'm quite keen to hear from you and hear why or what Adura did wrong that made you come online to begin to curse him. What Mohbad did wrong, that you think it's okay to come online and be cursing on Mohbad and be abusing this family. I'm quite keen to know, But you have a lot of repairing to do. You have a lot of... I know that sometimes apologies don't fix things. I think your action action after your errors and your mistakes goes a long way in repairing your relationship than even coming online to give an apology, because anybody can give an apology. Anybody. And you have to just learn to see and unsee, because again, if you have collected a dime, 1 naira from these people, they can turn around and say, oh, it was stealing by trick. You stole money from them by trick. You lied to them that you had one evidence or something or the other. Because the same way you're saying you have evidences, you have videos, you have recording, you have this, you have that, I'm sure they also will have something against you. You would have told them that you know something that you do not know. You would have told them that you have evidences for something that you do not have. Our deployer bring more evidence. Relevant evidence So I see why people would drag you. I see why people would disrespect you. I see why, your integrity is being trampled on. It's because of your own actions, the things that you've done on this app. It's the things that you've done on this app. Because nobody's promised tomorrow. Nobody knows what will happen the next minute. So but àwọn kò tẹ́ ń ṣe kò ń ṣe tí Mohbad yìí tó ẹ pé ó ń jà seriously fún rẹ̀ báyìí on this social media tí gbogbo yín dẹ̀ ń fojú rí. So I don't know, afẹ́ni tó bá fẹ́ fi ayé ẹ̀ tàfàlà àbí tó fẹ́ fi ayé ẹ̀ ṣe tó fẹ́ ta kite ṣá ló máa jókòó sórí app yìí, ló máa ṣe nonsense, ló máa intentionally fẹ́ máa da ọ̀rọ̀ justice for Mohbad yìí rú, tó máa fẹ́ máa intentionally máa gbá orí family yìí mọ́ra wọn. Because Mohbad himself is sick and tired of this, and you can see him literally fighting for himself. People who are doing all this nonsense, àwọn ló máa lè sọ nǹkan tó ibi tára wọn kù sí, àwọn ló máa lè sọ nǹkan tó ń go through nínú aṣọ wọn, nínú ilé wọn, that they cannot come to public to tell you. You see them and you think it's all roses and glitters and beautiful and it's all sweet. Well, people are dealing with the most in their homes that they will not even dare come on social media to say. You see them and you think it's all perfect or they're beautiful, but they're dealing with shit. Ẹlòmíì ti forí kéègùn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ justice for Mohbad yìí tí kò dẹ̀ mọ̀. Àwọn ẹlòmíì dẹ̀ ti fi ẹnu wọn níbi tó ti sọ pé ó ti ń ṣépè fún yàn, wọ́n ti fi ẹnu wọn fi ṣépè fúnra wọn tó yẹ pé ó tún dọjọ́ ọ̀la, not even today. And ọjọ́ ọ̀la is not 10, 20 years, 30 years. It's maybe the next 3, 10, 15, 3 hours, 3 days, 3 years, 3 weeks. Tọ́lọ́run máa mú ẹ tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ìwọ nìkan ló máa rí pé Ọlọ́run ló mú yàn yìí. So Sammy Jojo, you have a lot of work to do. I don't know how you're going to repair this, but me, I'm very interested in hearing your opinion on what Adura did wrong to fi deserve gbogbo àwọn ìpè yẹn pé ó máa kú. Nǹkan tí ìyá Mohbad ṣe that you have the guts to call her Abosede and be abusive toward her. I'm quite interested in hearing from you, and I hope that I find you here, or we meet each other here sometime, and we can come and talk more about it. But just take some time to reflect, because you've really messed up. You fucked up big time, and I really hope that you're able to repair and get your name cleaned and get yourself back on track. So yeah, but comment section actually, because I was reading through the comments and I was trying to get an understanding of what exactly he's done. And it's quite sad to hear that ó ṣe pé tó pọ̀ tó yẹn ó ń gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, but how many people ni ó gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀? Because me understand any 20,000. No, kò yé mi, because ẹ̀ ń sound ẹ̀ ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ó gbowó lọ́wọ́. He believes he will cash out from Aries. You are making it sound like he collected money from Aries, from Lati, from Yomi, from Papariano, and all of that. Ṣé èèyàn kan nìkan ló gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ àbó ó gbà ó dà pé ó gbowó ó tẹ̀ gbowó lọ́wọ́ Mercy náà, ìyẹn ṣọ́. Àwọn tó kù la kàn máa ó gbowó lọ́wọ́ host wa sanwó ni. Canadian dollar, ẹ mọ̀ tí Canadian dollar jẹ́ sí $1, $1. Oṣù wa yẹn tó bá send $70, ẹ mọ̀ tó jẹ́ ní náírà.
This habit of asking people for help, going from one place to my best or Lenny ask them for help is not like, it is not good. In his own belief, now I believe there, but you are ridiculing yourself. Now, only Sammy JoJo ló ti bú bàbá, ló ti bú màmá, ló ti bú àdúrà, ló ti bú Wùnmí, like ibo gangan ló wá dúró sí. You understand? Àwọn ẹni tó bá ti ń gbowó nígbà yẹn á dúró síbẹ̀. Tó bá tutù kúrò á tún ṣe báyìí. Mo remember tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó tọrọ ìdáríjì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ bàbá pé bàbá forgive me. Bàbá, mo ti rí bàbá ní petition, mo ti sọ pé kí bàbá má bínú, mo ti bẹ̀ bàbá, ojú mi ti là, I can dale anything. Now ó tún yà mí lẹ́nu, Sammy JoJo ó tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bú bàbá again. After tó ti apologize pé tó ti ask for apology lọ́wọ́ bàbá o, ó tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bú bàbá again. Màmá náà, why all this?
Àwọn kìíní ìdẹ̀rẹ̀ traits borderline ni o. And you may not know, because I know that Naija, tó bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ mental health báyìí, ọmọ ní àwọn ò fẹ́ gbọ́. This would be a trait of borderline personality disorder. You've been here, it didn't work out, you left here and went there. You've been with this person, it didn't work out, you fell out, you're here. You've been with person, it didn't fall out. So you're going around the circle, you're like going around, people, the same set of people, like, falling out. And majority of it, jamoro, beya owo, beya ko work out, beya o rin kankan be mo. These relationships are not serving you. So you just need to just look into yourself, and because it's okay to fall out with people and switch, but when the falling out is like you're falling out, you're damaging and ruining things, falling out, damaging and ruining things, falling out, damaging and ruining things, it's no longer serving its purpose. I'm going to damage it, my badge, my ruin it, my tulo. But it's like burning a lot of bridges at the same time and literally damaging people and damaging things. So you need to just try and take a break and look after yourself, basically.
Ó máa padà, Sammy JoJo máa sọ wípé ibi tí justice wà lòun wà, òun lè dalẹ̀ ni. Sammy JoJo dey look for person wey he die for him neck ni. As for me, make people just leave him there. No, nobody want. Me, if I want verse for person, like this are the verse. Since I just dey talk small, because I just look at it, I want verse for this one for, but it's just a thing of shame when I saw a blog saying that, putting it outside that, yeah, he's back to home. Pé mo rán síta. Anybody tó bá fẹ́ fi Sammy JoJo ṣe anything, kó fi Sammy JoJo ṣe anything o. Mi ò rán as a matter of fact, tí mo ti blog Sammy JoJo ń sọ náà ló mọdún náà. The moment I noticed it was charm, I don't block him everywhere. Even this page, tó wá sókè nítorí pé ó jẹ́ new page ni. If it wasn't for new page, I block him everywhere. On TikTok, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on everywhere. Just bye, just dey go. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Mo mú voice note kan, mo kọ́kọ́ ṣe voice note lákan, mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ sọ́lẹ̀, mo ní no. Mo type, mo fẹ́ sọ́lẹ̀, mo ní no. Why don't you just block this person off? Mo kàn block her off, well, I don't have to have anything to do with you. If not for new page, he will not be able to come on my line. Me ò bínú sí Sammy JoJo, but I just need to let him know that, say, kò tiẹ̀ take long. Now, if people are telling you karma ẹ̀san, don't think that tó bá ti kú tán o, àbí 30 years, 40 years o. Ìsìn ni o. Just imagine, kò tiẹ̀ wo 2 months. Look at what they are doing to him on every platform. Imagine tí àwọn bàbá bá jẹ́ ẹni tó ń wo kékeré náà máa rẹ́rìn ṣé ń wear Sammy JoJo like the way they bleach kékeré wọ́n máa rẹ́rìn pé see as God dey work. Just imagine how God is working. If there is anything that have changed tó jẹ́ pé kinní kan tó help justice fine. I always tell people tèmi bá rí kan tó máa fún mi justice I do not care. Let me know if you have your proof fine tó máa help just kò ṣe pé I now found out that you are collecting it was because you are collecting money from all of them. This one will give you, this one will give you. Why you are even collecting money from us? You are collecting elsewhere. What's the meaning of that? So automatically, directly or indirectly, you are catching out on this J4M. Yeah, you are among the people that catch out. Simple as that. Because the woman yẹn gan fún ara ẹ̀, she give you money. That woman you are talking about that you said ó ní kí lọ bèrè owó wá níta. She also gave you collected the woman's money. Why did you ask that woman for money? The woman gave you money now. She gave you money too. Your missus say she give you money. One day, lady will say she give you money. You collected money for that person till you received tewa. You asked that woman money. How many people? Shama want tí ò sọ̀rọ̀. That's not good. I'm coming outside now doing as if you are the one that is looking for justice. Please go and relax. Just go and get busy. Go and get busy and work. This is ridiculous. Stay one place. If na one person they collect money from me, stay there. It's even better. Not collecting from here, collecting. Did you tell your people that that woman gave you money? Did you tell them that you collected 75,000? You're begging. Beg. No, it is what it is. Every time I do, sorry, anyway. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Kò dáa. It's not good. Kò dáa.
Mercy, àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ Sammy JoJo yẹn tó bá wà online náà tó bá ní show tó ti ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣáà tẹ̀ lè gbọ́ ká tẹ̀ gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ pé ó ṣe gangan tó fi di woro sí woro yìí.
Ọ̀tẹ̀ náà ò tiẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ the way they just ridiculous. Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ lébi yẹn tó rówó ra paracetamol jọ. Ẹ má sọ mo adẹ̀ ń gbọ́n bíbà ìdíwé tán fi tiẹ̀ ṣe dá ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. Ẹ má kà ẹ má fún ní relevant tó ti ṣe kíní kankan. Wọ́n ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ tó ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ lẹ́ni tó ń wá sọ́dọ̀ mi ṣe everything. I was even talking about 20k pé 20k pé go and refund you. Mi ní dá padà. How many do you want to dá padà? How many? Àgbogbo àwọn tó ṣe àmọ́ bá ní àtọ̀rọ̀. The day you made that statement, ó bí mi ní mo kàn dákẹ́ ni. Kí ló ṣe ọmọ bá ní àtọ̀rọ̀ tí ò lọ ṣiṣẹ́? Handicap ni ọmọ bá ní àtọ̀rọ̀. Nǹkan tó dẹ̀ dùn mí jù ni pé your wife is aware of kò sí nǹkan tó ṣe lẹ́yìn ìyàwó ẹ̀. That's not fair. Now, when they were cursing your kids everywhere, she was still listening. Ad máa gbọ́. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ lè fẹ́ ṣe yẹn dà? She's aware. Ẹ bára yín sọ̀rọ̀. Stay one place. Kò dáa. Ilé Yomi tó dẹ̀ gba 20,000 lọ́wọ́ ìwà afẹ́ kú sọ́wọ́ Yomi. Ó gba 20,000 lọ́wọ́ ó tún padà wọ́n afẹ́ kú sọ́wọ́ Yomi. Tí Yomi tẹ̀tù wá mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ yẹn torí Yomi ẹni tí ò gba owó lọ́wọ́ Yomi gan ṣépè fún ọmọ wọn. Ẹni tí ò gba ìyẹn kó kàn máa ṣépè fún ọmọ kó máa mọ́ ọmọ àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ni. Tí ò gba owó lọ́wọ́ Yomi gan Yomi ń ṣépè fún. Débi ìwọ tó wá gba owó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ wàá fẹ́ lá lọ́wọ́ Yomi. Ọmọ yẹn ló máa kí Yomi máa sọ pé làkúrè gbé mọ́mọ. Kí ló tẹ̀ tó sọ pé ó mọ́mọ ìjọ yẹn? Ó ní ìgbónú ara ló máa
làpálàpá ti làkúrè pé.
Ó ní làkúrè gbé làpálàpá ó ní ìgbónú ara ló máa pọ̀ ọmọ náà. Ó tún sọ láàrin pọ̀ ọmọ tó ń rówó ra paracetamol fún. Can you imagine? Ọlọ́run kò ṣàníyàn nǹkan ìtìjú ayé àtọ̀run. Where we want see the money return. Because ìtìjú ayé àtọ̀run kọ́ lọ ń ṣàníwá. Lórí kan tá a máa jẹ tá a máa mú. No, you don't have she doesn't have an explanation. Sammy JoJo bá ní explanation. Sammy JoJo will be up here. Another day, I will talk about it another day. Just go and ask for forgiveness. If you decide not to ask for forgiveness, apologies. Like, you can, just go. Just go. You cannot be betraying people like that now. One day, no. Don't do this, you go come say, mo ti sọ pé. And ó ti padà sílé ń bọ̀. Everybody náà padà sílé o. I no send am out o. If I send am out, make you bring am come out. I no send am out to go and meet anybody.
Don't come and be gaslighting people.
What's wrong with this lady now? It's because Papariano is sleeping. Wait for Papariano to wake up.
We don't want
Please.
any
Thank you.
chaos here. Please stop.
Good morning, Thunderfire.
What is all this problem?
Thunderfire, good morning.
Decent conversation without fighting each other? Good morning.
Gabiola, good morning. Father Abraham, Aduke, Richie, Phoenix, good morning.
Rifa.
Yep, I listen to TikTok. Orí one bẹ jàre yan Jésù.
Ẹ wo mi ò ṣeré o.
Father Abraham, I just love you.
Is that
Love
I
orí
need
TikTok.
evidence of me being paid to do anything in G4M.
Èmi ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ gbogbo yẹn á máa sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo yín tẹ lọ ń ṣépè tẹ́ ń fọ̀bẹ ṣépè Ọlọ́run ló máa mú gbogbo yín because I don't understand.
Let me add one more.
Ta tún ló wà lókè.
You understand?
Èèyàn kan send request sí mi rí mọ́.
Where you and like a
Sammy JoJo wà bí o.
planning to say
Wọ́n wà bí báyìí pẹ̀lú fake profile.
tó bá máa deport ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yẹn náà. Can you come again?
Please, please.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me? I can hear you now. You also need the evidence. You've mentioned two things now. You also need the evidence of where you and Arifa, you and Lagata were talking behind the corner where he was recording you, or maybe now you did record, saying that Seleyen, you understand about Brekete, about justice for Mohbad. You should leave it for Brekete. The motive about behind it at that time, then also the evidence of where you were all planning to say they should deport that Sele, they should write to these powers and this and that. Yeah. I don't think that goes along with what I'm requesting. You understand? You have your evidence of voice note or whatsoever, and in that voice note, I've never had where I negotiate with anybody or where I make requests of. Arifa, have you ever collected money? My question is very simple. Have you? Wait. The second source. Give me. Let me answer you. Can you hear? Wait now. No.
Ẹ̀yẹn bí ó lọ ṣó àárẹ̀ wọ́n ti sáré gbé ṣó àárẹ̀ síta ẹ kí n wò náà. Ẹ kí n wò dà pa miss àwọn kankan mọ́ bọ̀.
Ó bí òrèrè ọ̀bẹ. Èmi rè. Ọ̀bẹ ni o, ẹ wo mi fẹ́ jẹ́ kí TikTok rí púpọ̀ jù ni o. Kó bá má gbé pétrò yìí lọ. Tí n bá gba owó àbí wọ́n fún mi ní owó wípé ìwọ láti ọmọ àtọ̀dá. Gba owó kó fi distract justice for Mohbad. Ìkù aláìkí ọ̀bẹ kó ṣe mí yàmàyàmà. Ọ̀bẹ yìí kó ṣe mí yàmàyàmà. Tí n bá gba owó lọ́wọ́ èèyàn kan rí láyé mi. Tí mo gba owó lọ́wọ́ èèyàn kan rí láyé mi wípé lọ gba owó lọ distract justice yìí àbí lọ sọ nǹkan tí ò ṣẹlẹ̀ àbí àwọn èèyàn ló ń tì mí wá sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ yìí. Èmi ọmọ àtọ̀dá kí ọ̀bẹ kó ṣe mí yàrá ògùnláka yẹ̀ sí mọ́lẹ̀ kó fẹ́ jẹ mi wẹ̀.
Ẹjọ́ ẹ má bọ̀. Wọ́n ní ṣe. It is okay to say Ọlọ́run rí mi. It is okay to let èèyàn náà rí mi. Ṣùgbọ́n this sweat tẹ fẹ́ sweat yìí ṣé confam mo sweat yẹn wà ṣọ́ máa dìídì kò yín lọ sí ìdí oògùn tẹ máa really sweat tó lè yẹ confam àtẹ̀fẹ́ ẹfẹ́ máa fẹnu ṣe lẹ́yọ̀
kò ní ìdí ọ̀dọ́ oògùn kò ní ìdí oògùn.
àdẹ̀là ló mú
mọ́tò náà tó bá fọwọ́ lórí mọ́tò lásán tó bá fọwọ́ lórí mọ́tò tó ṣe ó ní onítùmọ̀ náà.
ẹ ṣe kọ́tẹ́ ní ṣe ẹ má yẹ kẹ́ni bọ̀dé control yín sà. Okay, I'm out of here, Sha. The match is okay.
Ṣé ti ẹ̀rí pọ́n ti ń gẹ̀ẹ́tì kid boss kó fẹ́ máa wà controlling? Ọ̀nìdó ìsí wọ́n ti ń gẹ̀ẹ́tẹ̀.
I don't mind, no problem. Ẹ má bọ̀.
Fúnfún rẹ̀ ò kí ń lọ jìnnà.
Yọ̀mí
kíní ti
rọra
mọ́bẹ̀ dání Yọ̀mí ti mọ́bẹ̀ dání o.
yọ lójú TikTok ló fi style yọ ní kọ́ bá má gbé tó bá ti fẹ́ lò ní kò yọ.
Okay.
Ní TikTok má gbé kíní ẹ lọ wọ́n máa strike.
Ọ̀gá ṣe tí wàá ti fi sí màá láti fi kọ ẹnu.
Wọ́n ní kẹfẹ́ epo sí.
Àwọn èèyàn ti rí pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ káyọ̀ fi kọ ẹnu wàá dá padà.
lọ́wọ́ anybody kẹfì bá justice
Tó bá
jẹ́.
ti kọ mí lẹ́nu.
Títorí ẹnìkan ṣe lánàá tí TikTok lọ yọ dànù.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí sáyé ṣe màá fi sẹ́nu wàá yọ padà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀mi náà ṣe ṣe.
Tó bá jẹ́ pé èmi Lukman Àbáyọ̀mí ọmọ Àdíjátù Kúbúrà tó bá jẹ́ pé mo gba owó lọ́wọ́ anybody anybody tí ẹ̀ bá mi sọ pé kí gbẹ̀bọ̀dè kí Mohbad má rí justice tí mo wá ṣe àbí tí mo gbowó lọ́wọ́ yàn láàrin ijọ́ méje kí Ògún kó fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ mi wẹ̀ láàrin ijọ́ méje igbe ráíráí kó kéré lé mi Lukman Àbáyọ̀mí ọmọ Àdíjátù Kúbúrà ṣùgbọ́n tó bá jẹ́ ẹjẹ́ parí tèmi o ṣùgbọ́n tó bá jẹ́ pé látijọ́ tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé kí Mohbad lè rí justice àti ìyá àti bàbá ẹ̀ àtàbúrò ẹ̀ àtọlọ́pàá àti ìjọba ni mo kọ ojú ẹ̀ kí Mohbad lè rí justice ire gbogbo kó máa gẹ́ tèmi ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo ẹni tó bá ti dí mi lọ́wọ́ láàrin ijọ́ méje láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀ méje.
kò ní ṣépè fún wọn o. Ọmọ wọn ló máa ṣépè fún kò ní ṣépè fún wọn eléyìí Ọlọ́run jẹ́ òjèrè láyé.
Gbogbo ẹni tó bá ti ṣe tánà dí mi lẹ́yìn tó ń dí mi lọ́wọ́ wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ fọmọ wọn di wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ fìrà wọn di. Nígbà tí wọ́n dé Nàìjíríà èmi ò kì í ṣe nǹkan láì fi yíjì sí nǹkan tèmi máa ń.
wọ́n ṣòṣì gan lórí àpò yìí ṣá.
Láti àná wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀
wọ́n ṣe lórí àpò yìí ṣá.
o kò ṣépè fáwọn ènìyàn ọmọ wọn ló wọn máa ṣe láti àná àwọn ilé ni wọ́n wá sọ pé kíyàn máa wò wọ́n àsì like I don't know someone that you can emulate role model and gbogbo iṣẹ́ gbọ́.
Olómùtì kí ló ṣe àwọn moderator yìí náà?
Olómùtì ọkùnrin Yọ̀mí kí ló dé? Why are you muting him?
and you know ṣe ti ní èpè wọ̀nyí kọ́lọ́n kó ṣàánú mi mo ti come across àwọn èèyàn tó purọ́ àwọn èèyàn kan tó purọ́ rí tó jẹ́ pé ó dẹ̀ gbé ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣe pé ó dẹ̀ fi ọmọ ẹ̀ búra lórí irọ́. Bẹ̀fẹ̀ haven't you seen that?
Dáadáa.
Lórí irọ́ ó dẹ̀ fi ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣe pé.
Lórí áàpù yìí dáadáa.
Lórí áàpù yìí mo máa ń wò pé.
Jẹ́ kí wọ́n sọ̀kọ̀ fún ẹ nígbà tí.
Ẹ dẹ̀ tún fẹ́ máa dáùtì ara yín nígbà tẹ́ni bá fi ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣe pé àwọn míì àtúnṣe pé gbogbo kan tóun bá ṣe lórí justice for Mohbad yìí kóun gbà àwa tá a dẹ̀ mọ̀ ó tọ́ máa dẹ̀ máa wò báyìí máa ní ìwọ Ọlọ́run lórí áàpù yìí lórí Facebook.
This happen. Àní bẹ́sì nígbà tí mo ṣàwá sórí áàpù yìí mo rántí pé bàbá kan wà mi ì rí bàbá yẹn mọ́ mi ì tẹ̀ orúkọ yẹn rárá ní anywhere ọjọ́ kan à ń ṣe ṣọ́kọ ni ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn èèyàn kan ìyá kan wá sókè àwọn èèyàn ṣáà ṣépè ní kíkan fún gbogbo àwọn tó ń takò Liam wọ́n ṣáà ń ṣépè yẹn bàbá yẹn wá sókè bàbá yẹn wá ní àwọn ò kí ń tẹ síìtì ó dàbí pé wọ́n gbé bàbá yẹn gòkè ní by accident bàbá yẹn wá ní òun kọ̀ rí kíní yẹn tó tọ́nà ni o àwọn dẹ̀ accept àwọn dẹ̀ wá sókè pé àwọn ò ní iṣẹ́ kankan táwọn ń ṣe àmì làwọn kàn ń lọ kiri làwọn ń ṣe àtẹni tó ń ṣépè fún yàn tẹ́ni yẹn bá ṣépè yẹn lórí irọ́ èpè yẹn á mú pé àwọn ń fi mo ti gbàgbé nǹkan tí bàbá yẹn pè kíní yẹn bíi kíní yẹn àṣẹ ló ń pè bọ̀ kò kí ń ṣe àṣẹ ó ní òun ló wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn báyìí àwọn ń tọ́lá táwọn ń ṣe àmì sí so ẹni tó bá ṣépè kò ṣe olúgbòhùn rárá kò ṣe olúgbòhùn ó ní mo kọ kíní yẹn sórí Facebook lọ́jọ́ náà pé ta ló mọ nǹkan tí kíní kan jẹ́ ẹni yẹn wá sọ àwọn èèyàn wá ń kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé yes nǹkan báyìí ni pé àṣẹ ni pé àwọn àgbàlagbà àwọn èèyàn lọ máa ń lò kó ń ṣe olúgbòhùn rárá ó lórúkọ kan tó pè bàbá yẹn ní so àwọn máa ń lọ round ni àwọn tó bá ń ṣépè àwọn ṣáà máa ṣàmì àwọn ọmọ máa tọ́ kíní yẹn lá àwọn ọmọ máa bá wọn ṣàmì nǹkan táwọn gbẹtugbẹtu maybe something like that pé nǹkan táwọn wá ṣe táwọn ṣe lórí áàpù yìí nìyẹn so gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣépè yẹn ẹ ṣáà wà careful ẹ̀yin lẹ ń ṣẹ́ àwọn èèyàn kan ló ń bá yín ṣáàmì sí àmọ́ tẹ́ bá ń ṣépè fún yàn lórí nǹkan tí ò jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ń ṣépè fún yàn falsely pé èèyàn kan báyìí ló ṣe bá ìgbà kan ṣe kẹ́niyàn ọ̀dẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan tẹ́sẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin lẹ lépè yẹn ìpè yẹn ti di tiyín. So if you ẹ wà careful pẹ̀lú àwọn ìpè tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣẹ́ yìí. Ìpè kan kọ̀ wà tí mo rò pé mo wish pé Yomi ṣẹ́ ni nínú gbogbo ìpè tó ń ṣẹ́ yẹn. Mo wish pé Yomi lè ṣépè pé gbogbo nǹkan tó mò ń ṣe lórí justice for Mohbad yìí tó bá wrong, tó bá jẹ́ pé irọ́ ni gbogbo nǹkan tóun ń ṣe, gbogbo bóun ṣe ń sáré kiri, gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tóun ti sọ nípa Wùnmí, tóun ti sọ nípa Liam, nípa àdúrà ìyá Mohbad, bàbá Mohbad, tó bá jẹ́ pé irọ́ ni gbogbo ẹ̀, irú èpè tó ṣẹ́ yẹn pé kí nǹkan báyìí kó ṣẹ́ yẹn, irú ẹ̀ ló yẹ kó ṣẹ́. That everything that he has said about Omowunmi,
Now your
Liam,
network cut, I've been narrating. Sammy
àdúrà,
JoJo
all
is
of
here.
them. Okay, Sammy JoJo ti padà dé. Pé kí gbogbo èpè tó ṣẹ́ yẹn kó jẹ́ ti tiẹ̀, inú mi ò bá dùn. Ká ló lè ṣe irú èpè yẹn.
Sister Abefe.
Sammy
MFM,
JoJo,
is MFM there? MFM.
she's here.
Tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ mi.
Mhm.
Okay. I just want to clear something. Okay. Now, mo ń gbọ́ tẹ́ ń sọ pé Biodun Lawal said I collected money from her. If Biodun Lawal can come out and say the money I collected from her, what it is meant for. There was a time we were working together, and when we fell out, we fell out. I'm this kind of person, I don't know how to hold things. But out of everybody, I think MFM, I still speak good till date, even if she had her differences against me. But I still speak good of her. So I'm kind of like disappointed when MFM was saying, no man for me low. Whatever MFM did she did it out of love. Do you understand? She did it out of love. So I just felt a little bit kind
Sammy JoJo, it can never be all about you alone. We were asking you question now, you refuse to respond to us. You are not here now to clear yourself. Then Biodun Lawal should come out. Have you seen Biodun Lawal outside? Even when this guy was dragging him, did you see her outside? Did she come out to come and defend anything? We were talking about something else. You drop. You didn't explain your part. You didn't give us any reason why you did that. Now you are here to defend your own part. It is not done.
Sammy JoJo, you're coming up when it's convenient for you. When it's you,
Yeah.
you want to come up and defend it.
No.
How about the other things?
It's
The
not
other
going
things
to be done that
we've been
way.
talking about. The other questions we've been asking. You know, you can't just come out and say you must clarify. Okay, to clarify Biodun Lawal. Surely clarify Yomi Fabi, who said he gave you money for your child's medication. Can you clarify that? Can you clarify the other people who are making allegations around you collecting money from them? You know? So
Mr. Samu to pause.
yeah, but you're on your own phone, you never can tell.
So can you continue whatever you are saying? Can you continue, Abefe? You just jump up, you want to come and clear that. She should come outside. How will she come outside to come and clear that? She will not. Talk about the one we are talking before. Then we can now move from there to another one.
So it's funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the way they are going about cussing on themselves. I think they can. Sammy JoJo, oh my God,
No peace for the wicked.
Anyway, so gbogbo èpè tó ń ṣẹ́ fúnra wọn yẹn mo wish pé Yomi lè ṣe irú ẹ̀ pé tí gbogbo nǹkan tóun ti sọ nípa Wùnmí o, nípa Liam, nípa ìyá Mohbad, nípa àdúrà tó bá jẹ́ pé irọ́ ni o, kó wá fi rẹ̀ ṣe pé irú èpè tó ṣẹlẹ̀ mẹ́yẹn kó ṣe irú ẹ̀ yẹ. Sometimes I think that even Yomi is playing mind games with them. Yomi, nobody has said that you've been paid to come and distract justice. Well, I don't know. Maybe people have said that, but for me, I don't think that's the case. I don't think anybody in particular has given you money to say, well, Lord, however, I think you came to Justice for Mohbad for the sole purpose of coming to use this case to fraud the public. Maybe then, okay? But nobody has said, I am not saying that somebody paid you to scatter justice. I am saying that you're only on this Justice for Mohbad to reap the public of their funds. You're using Mohbad's name to solicit for funds. Now, another simple èpè tó lè ṣẹ́ Yomi, eléyìí kò go far rárá, eléyìí òun ló easy jù nínú justice ọmọ nínú gbogbo èpè tó ti ń ṣẹ́. Èpè tí mo fẹ́ ní kó ṣẹ́ ń sìn, òun ló easy jù. Ó easy. Yomi, kò ṣépè pé o ò fi owó justice for Mohbad, o ò ná for your own personal gain, for your own personal needs. Just gbogbo yín tẹ̀ ń pariwo ẹ kọ̀ bọ́tà kẹ́ sọ pé ẹ ẹ̀ ná nínú owó justice for Mohbad, ẹ ẹ̀ lówó justice for Mohbad kẹ́ fi ṣe anything tó jẹ́ fún personal gain yín. When I say owó justice for Mohbad, I'm not talking about you being on live, and this is to every single host. This is not pay gifts táwọn èèyàn fún yín o, that's out of it o. But that you have not collected public donations and spent part of it. Like collect public donations to be used for something that is related to justice for Mohbad and spent from it. Bọ́tà kò ṣépè pé tó bá ná £1 nínú public donations tó yẹ kó jẹ́ either tó yẹ kó jẹ́ fún ìyá Mohbad o, bàbá Mohbad o, àdúrà o, Liam o, Wunmi o, Blessing o. As long as you used the name of Mohbad to solicit for fund, come out and swear, Yomi, that you have not spent one kobo nínú gbogbo donations yìí, nínú any donations that was done with the name of Mohbad. Kó wá gbé gbogbo bó ṣe ṣépè yẹn kó wá gbé sí. I can assure you pé Yomi ò ní lè ṣe. Irú bó ṣe ṣépè yẹn kíkan yẹn wọn ò bí dá. He will not try it because he has used the name of Mohbad to solicit for funds for his own personal gain. Fún àpò ààrẹ. Mi ò sọ̀rọ̀ gifts o. You guys don't get me wrong.
Please, can you say that again? Because mo miss party. I'm just coming in, please.
Okay. So I am not talking about the gift that is given to you, to Yomi on the live when he's live, or to any host on the live. But I'm saying that if any of them can come out and swear on their life, on their children, on everything they owed there, that they have not used the name of Mohbad some way, somehow, to solicit for fund for any member of his family, tó dẹ̀ ná jẹ nínú owó yẹn kọ́ bọ́tà kó fi gbogbo nǹkan ní wọn kó fi ṣépè. Pé owó tẹ fi orúkọ justice for Mohbad tẹ fi donate either for anybody at all, that you have not spent out of it for your own self personally fún ìwà rẹ̀. O ò gba donation kankan lórí justice for Mohbad yìí tó wá ná nínú ẹ̀ kò bá jẹ́ £1 ló ná nínú ẹ̀. How many of them do you think can come out and swear pé wọn ò ná nínú ẹ̀ rí? Kò ń ṣe púpọ̀. Yomi gan wọn ò bí dá. Owó tí èpè tí Yomi ṣẹ́ yẹn tẹ bá ní kó ṣẹ pé o ò gba donation rí kó wá ná fún ara ẹ nínú ẹ̀. Tú èpè yẹn kó tún ṣẹ́. Wọn ò bí dá kó ṣẹ́ irú èpè yẹn. He will not. So you see, you may not have been paid to scatter justice for Mohbad, but you have used, because of your own selfish interest, you have disrupted the cause of justice. Out of your own selfish interest, o ti delay, o ti bà justice yẹn jẹ́ fún ara ẹ̀ àti fún bàbá Mohbad. Ó mọ̀ pé tó bá dúró sábẹ́ camp bàbá Mohbad kò lè continue láti máa jẹ gba fund kọ́ bàbá gan máa question pé akílódé owó máa gbowó gbèmí gan tí mo jẹ́ bàbá ọmọ gan orílẹ̀ gan ni mò ń rí gbà. Nǹkan tó ṣe rí pé òun àti bàbá Mohbad ṣe sáré fall out at that initial time tó fall out nìyẹn. Because bàbá mi máa wọ pé èmi fẹ́ máa gba donation ìwọ náà fẹ́ máa gba donation. Two masters cannot be in one boat. So you see, èpè tán ní kó ṣẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Yomi yẹn, it was easy for him to share èpè yẹn, but tell him to come and turn it the other way around and swear that he hasn't used Mohbad's name to collect donations and spend for his personal gains. I'm sure he will not be able to do it. So you see, people in your at the end of the day, we are here because of people's personal greed, and people just fighting for their personal gains, all in the name of fighting for justice.
But read comments. Read that lady's comment down there.
He uses his talent, time, and his NGO. Do we forget he used money to register the NGO? So if Lobade, his talent, his time. I don't know what you mean by his talent and his time. Again, the NGO that you said he registered, did he register it for justice for Mohbad? Is the NGO strictly for justice for Mohbad? I don't think that's right. I don't think it is right to say he used his time, his talent. Number one, he was not invited to justice for Mohbad. Number two, if he used his time, he shouldn't be getting paid for using his time. When you come to public and you come to solicit for fund, it could actually be charged for misappropriation of public fund. Because again, we've heard that he's collected millions of naira from people, millions of naira that cannot be accounted for, all in the name of wanting to find justice for Mohbad. However, so far, the only thing he has succeeded in doing is like stirring up drama within the family, literally like putting the family in much more dilemma than they already are. So no, 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 no. He did not do them a favor. He didn't do them a favor at all. He didn't. There's no talent. I don't know what you mean by talent. Is he an investigative journalist or is it private investigator that was assigned to justice? As a matter of fact, if Elubade, justice for Mohbad was going well, was doing good before Yomi came in. Yomi is a big distraction when it comes to this justice for Mohbad. You also said the Ekpe everybody was doing for collecting money to scatter justice. The Ekpe everybody was doing was for collecting money to scatter justice. Well, and that's why we said that it's not just about collecting money to scatter justice. It's also about him. What is the main intention of coming into justice? Is it to actually help this family get justice, or is it for his own personal gain? To solicit for fund for his own personal gain? That's the question. The money that he has collected so far, is it actually for justice or to just find a way out for himself? She or not Jenny Abikini, as justice for Mohbad become workshop for Yomi or what? So that's exactly what we're saying. We're not saying that somebody paid him money to scatter, but we're saying that rather than asking him that somebody paid him money to scatter, the question should be, did he come with the right intention, and has he solicited for fund for his personal gain and not for justice for Mohbad? I don't know if that makes any sense to you, if anybody, but that's what I'm trying to explain. He registered it for human rights activism. Exactly. So it has nothing to do with justice. So we shouldn't be thankful for somebody to register his NGO for activism. It has nothing to do with justice for Mohbad. So 1,000,001 people can have NGOs. If they don't come into justice for Mohbad with the right intention, they will end up ruining things and messing things up. Exactly what Yomi has done so far. African TV also had an NGO before he came into, justice for Mohbad. And he had a plan, but people thought the plan wasn't good enough. People thought the plan was to extort the public, which is exactly what Yomi Fabi is doing, using his NGO to extort the public and using the name of Mohbad, using justice for Mohbad to extort the public. But the majority of the fund that is raising from justice for Mohbad has been going to his personal use, to his pockets. None of them will do that. The script is if anybody received money willfully to distract justice. I know that. I know that's the script, but that shouldn't be the script. That's just what I'm saying. The NGO should be a cover to swindle. The NGO should not be a cover to swindle. God bless you, Wendy. Absolutely. So person could they go police station or protest without eating or wearing clothes. Oh wow. If everybody, so you're telling us that it is justice for Mohbad that should fund his lifestyle. If they go police station, they go wear. So we should be the one buying him clothes that he should wear to police station. I didn't know there was a special attire to be worn to police station. I thought you have your clothes already and you have your clothes that you wear. And I feel that if you run an NGO, especially if your NGO is non for profit, you should have some funds to be able to like service the works of your NGO. While you open your NGO and you solicit for donations to push whatever it is you have going on. Like I didn't know that we should be paying for his food and the clothes that he wears. So if you don't have the capacity to run an NGO, why are you running it with the sole purpose of being financially reliant on the public? You want the public to be the one to fund the NGO, like fund everything that you have to do that has to do with the NGO, like eating, like transport, like clothes. Come on now. NGOs are not being run like that. If nobody. J for him is human right. Yami that collected money from Kudi still crossing his son. GFM is human rights activism, madam. If anybody, I feel I'm going back and forth with you, like on activism or NGOs and stuff. I don't want to go back and forth with you. No, if money goes to NGO account, the law allows for operating expenses and expenditures. I feel like you're repeating the same things you've said before. When you say the law allows for operating expenses and expenditures, I feel like you're taking away from what I just said about the public will not be the one to fund your lifestyle and fund, whatever it is you're doing. Now, let me make it make it clear to you. Now, what I've said is that I'm sure you've heard that Yomi, we're skinny because coming. So I'm sure you've heard that Yomi has come online to like request for 1.6 million, request for a phone for the police, request for. I'm just using that as an example. In the case of wanting to get for phone forensic and all of that, he's come on social media and is asked people to give him money to bribe the police and to pay for this and to buy a phone and to do this and to do that. Are those also under the operating expenses? Like, are those other under that as well? So I don't think it is, And again, by the way, the said phone, it's been said that the said phone wasn't given to any police officer at all. Till today, Yomi has not been able to identify or mention the name of the police officer that he said he gave the phone to. Some of the funds that was donated as well that Yomi mentioned that was given to the police till this very day. This is not from Yomi's camp, this is from Yomi's people. They've said that Yomi cannot account for the majority of the fund that was donated to him. Why do you think his people are turning around and like calling him a thief if he's being honest and being open? Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Victor King má bọ̀ lókè jọ̀ọ́ wá gbà mí o, orun tí ń kùn mí. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi lówó, my millionaire friend, Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ọba, bá mi gbórí ẹ̀kẹ́ndì yẹn kó má bọ̀. If anybody, NGOs can definitely recruit staff and pay them salaries. So my question is, are you telling me that Yomi Fabi has staffs and he pays them salary? If he has staffs, can we please know their names, their qualification, what they do, and how their duty, their role? Because don't tell me that those people that he's sending to court, those is area people, are his staff. So, because that would be a very big slap on the faces
What's
of
going
everyone
on
who is
here?
reading. Alpha Benny. So
I did.
I see you from one podcast. I never get time to listen to the podcast. I say I go listen this weekend.
Now Yomi they stress una like this.
Now Yomi they
Who
stress
else
me.
who is still believing Yomi like how?
No, somebody they talk say Yomi they allowed to solicit for public fund for the NGO for expenses and expenditure. Yomi gets
Well,
tax.
that is correct. He is
Mm-hmm.
allowed to solicit for fund.
Mm.
Where this it get dicey is he's also accountable
God bless
to give
you.
an expenses
Account. Mm-hmm.
a detailed income and expenditure accounts of those funds, because any money he solicits on the public space for the purpose of NGO is not a personal fund to him. It's not given to him. It's given for the
For a purpose.
objective of the said NGO.
Mm-hmm.
And to whom much is given, much is
Much
expected.
is
When you take
expected.
public fund, you are accountable. So let's even make this thing simple. If he's saying, okay, he's sending people, he pay them, put it in the expenses. Let us round a figure and say this is how much was made, this is how much was spent. It's unfortunate that everybody is. That's why I know the Pullman for Niger matter. If you look and you go see, like I say, everybody decrease.
And everybody they
Both the
open NGO
donor,
now. Emi go money NGO be
both
what you
both the donor and the donee, they are mad.
like. And the recipients.
It doesn't make sense, because if you are donating money to somebody and there is no parochial committee that is, NGO cannot be a one-man thing. You can only be an initiator. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot run an NGO by yourself alone. That's the essence of having a committee that checks these things. There must be check and balance. First of all, it is illegal to collect an NGO money in a personal
In a
account.
personal
In the
account,
first
other
place,
phone. Only is the
it
see. Let
is
me tell you,
illegal.
is the NGO secretary, is the CEO, is the accountant, is everything that has to do with the NGO.
Yeah,
Is
that's
like
not an NGO.
is a single man NGO. And like
Is
what we have
this
said is,
is a signatory to all the accounts?
is a signatory
So
to all the accounts. So
what were
now
they expecting
let,
then?
let
Who
me
is
tell
now
you,
expecting accountability?
ó sún mi o, jẹ́ kí n sọ nǹkan tó gbé ẹjọ́ yẹn débi tá a wà yìí. So I heard Yomi on the platform now cursing and saying tó bá jẹ́ pé èèyàn kan sanwó fún mi láti dá justice rú kígbà kan ṣeun kígbà kan ṣeun mo dẹ̀ ní no mo ní èpè yẹn ò make sense because we know pé nobody paid you to come and scatter justice. However, èpè tí mo expect pé ó máa ṣẹ́ ni wípé tó bá jẹ́ pé purpose tóun fi wá sórí justice for Mohbad yìí ni kóun fi make owó number one. Secondly, tó bá jẹ́ pé látìgbà tóun ti ń gba donation justice for Mohbad yìí òun ò tí ì ná £1 for his own personal gain kó bọ́ta kó ṣe pé irú èpè tó ń ṣe yẹn ní the other side yẹn kó ṣe irú ẹ̀. So somebody then came and said yes, he's allowed to spend the money for the NGO on his personal clinic. So ẹjọ́ ta rò débí nìyẹn.
No, there's no way any sane person
No
will say he's allowed to
accountability on
spend
J4M, yes, so no accountability at all
let
on
there
this
be a
J4M.
breakdown to say, okay, the day we are going to court, there's what we call liquidity. We spend 20,000 on liquidity. We buy gala and lacasera with everybody that goes with me. Put out there. Nobody will say, why did you buy gala? You understand? We went to this place, so we spent 100,000 for lunch. It makes sense to me. But they are going to say, you know what they always say that makes me laugh every time I hear him talk? Exactly when this is young people come they attack one. He go say, inputting dignity in line. I'm very busy. I put in my name, my brand, and I'm like, nigga, what brand are you talking about?
Ṣé o mọ nǹkan tí
What
Yomi fi
brand?
jẹ wọ́n? Ó gbọ́ Yorùbá, ó dẹ̀ gbọ́ English díẹ̀. And you know that we Nigerians,
Who asked you?
especially,
Who invites you? You came on your own volition. He
I
always treat them
know.
as if they are supposed to owe him some level of gratitude, which makes no fucking sense to
Somebody
me.
said he invested his time, his talents.
Is he acting in court? Is this all a script? Because I don't know what talent he has aside from acting.
Acting.
The point is from the jump, Yemi's motive were very clear. That's why I say they are all mad. Yemi's motive was very clear.
Very
Say
clear.
he want to garner and make profit of it. He
See,
wasn't
TikTok,
hiding it.
he's hearing that TikTok won't forúkọ Mohbad pa owó. So he just came and
Yes,
came to
now he's
Ganusi.
seeing everything. He's seeing. See, let me in fairness to Yomi. Do you know how many nuisances? How many nitwits? Nobody, no pedigree, no name, no antecedents has erupted from this justice for Mohbad, and they are make fortune of it.
Fortune, of course. Are you joking?
So Yomi sitting there in one corner looking at even me where I still get small name, even if it's a bad name na name.
Mm-hmm.
All these people, àwọn wo ló ń jẹ́ Àyàtì, àwọn wo ló ń jẹ́ all these people, nobody knows them before Mohbad's death. Like they don't know them in their streets.
And he looked at them and he's like, look at all these dumbass.
And it was like,
Àwọn
what the
òpònú
fuck?
yìí.
If all these people are making this, I can do better.
I
And see,
can do
another
better.
thing is that he knows that these are stark illiterate. These are people who are dumb head. I will have a voice better than this, and meaning that I will get more attention and I will make more money. For what is what, Yomi have nothing going on. When was the last time you see Yomi in location? So it's a best buy for him. It's a good idea. So he jumped on it. As predicted, they saw Yomi. The truth is, they too exploited him. They thought that, oh, Yomi have a voice. He fought for Baba Jesha. I don't understand why somebody would put that in a resume. He fought for Baba Jesha. Did he win? No. So why is that
Sunday 261. We should go and face
how
our
is that
problem.
in the resume?
After this analysis, we will go and face our own problem. Thank you for the advice.
This is my own problem. I'm a jobless man. You say you yes, just for you to know. Since everybody want to be mad.
Listen.
Now, so when he jumped on it, you remember when Mohbad just died, he said one or two things he publicly say he's not interested in this matter. He hands off it. That time the thing never did. It's not been juicy then. It doesn't. The prospect of it being nobody knew that justice for Mohbad matter will last 2 years now. Nobody saw it coming. He left, and he left because he cheated. He chickened out for Yabo Ojo. You don't want to enter another banter with Yabo Ojo again. Remember Baba Dichatin, Yabo Ojo rendered him useless.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once Yabo Ojo was on the matter for justice for Mohbad, Yomi chickened out. Only for him to sit outside the fence to now see that, God damn it, all these nuisances that nobody knows are making this much money. Imagine if you are Yomi seeing Lati having become Olori Ebi, like, what the hell? So he came back, he jumped on it. He played on their intelligence a little bit. Of course, these are stark illiterates. They fall for that gimmicks. They saw him as a voice because then they were losing ground. When Yomi came back in, they were losing ground vastly. So they felt like Yomi's input will be like, oh, we'll give them a ground. That's why someone like Bukky Jesse is a very territorial bastard. He would have fought Yomi long ago. But from the inception, he embraced Yomi because to her, Yomi will give them leveraging. So they are using him. And then, of course, he is aware of this. He took advantage of them. Anything he said, because everything Yomi was saying was not making any goddamn sense from the start. It wasn't making any sense. We are going to do this, and then we use two English. It's sacrosanct. Those motherfuckers don't know what the hell that means. So they felt like, man, this guy is up to something. They felt like he's up to something. So they invested a lot of trust. That's why they are not as stupid as they now eventually turns out to. But because they felt he's up to something, they were just donating without looking back. Someone like Bukky, they say, solicited and campaigned a lot for Yomi then and asked people to donate to him because they wanted to use him. Normally, Bukky is a very territorial human being. That was why Bukky and Kudi was not getting along because Kudi was getting more attention than Bukky. And Bukky is very territorial. He don't want that rubbish. So she strike Kudi very hard, make her very invalid in this struggle. Now, Yomi begins to now take advantage of them, give them, and he has a very special way of stretching their expectations. Every time it looks like things are not looking good, he gives them another, how can one person come today to tell you that you have a CCTV camera? You donated to do all of that, nothing came out of it, and then he come back to tell you,
Victor, that CCTV
yeah,
camera on, I don't know where I was scrolling in the Jometa. I heard that Mohbad's neighbor that Yomi said has agreed to give them CCTV camera and all of that. I heard that neighbor sued Yomi.
he should.
That the neighbor sued Yomi.
That nigga just went there, greeted the man, have a little chit chat and walk away. Came back online and said they have had an agreement and they're going to. So if you come to say there's a CCTV camera that he has gotten a hold, in fact, he claimed that he already have it in the initial time. He actually said he have it,
He said that.
but he doesn't want to release it.
He said he gave it to the police when the first time he Japa.
And then he come back to now tell you that they are intimidating him, they are intimidating the man, so he doesn't have, the man has not released it yet. Now, that's already should be a discredit. But, dummy that they are, they still believe this guy. If you don't give them that sacrosanct, it's Jermaine, they fall. They feel like he's up to something. So, because that's already questioned your integrity. You said you have it, you've seen it, you've watched it. And then you came back to find out that you do not have it, and then you push another narrative of
your internet channel. Mr. Tiku,
and then you goes somebody's cell phone to something, I do that this one, and he brought the whole phone narrative again, and they still donated.
They did though.
And then that one still went into the ditch, and he brought another narrative. So you will see that they are mad. It's common sense. It's not. It has nothing to do with. That's why I always like to push my own view. So from a very middle point of view. So it's not don't give me this old team with me. So I'm not team with me. I'm not team anybody. I'm team common sense.
Period.
It's common sense. So they saw it. They were running all this
Wow, Benny,
foolishness.
you are seem intellectual.
Yes. It's something that you use sense. You know, somebody came to attack me and was like, you are supporting me. What if it's your data? I'm like, Oga, if tomorrow morning you have any sensible,
Evidence.
educated person, somebody that is normal, that
Hmm.
is tenable, you can produce an evidence that is tenable. I
Mm-hmm.
say, if I know trash with me like paper, call me bastard.
Báwo ni? Ṣé wàá pa?
It doesn't make any sense. But as long as you are going by assumptions, presumptions,
Ṣé mo nǹkan tí mo ti
you
sọ fún wọn?
will not going to talk ill about that girl in my presence. Do you know how many people I have fought personally because of that girl?
Victor, ṣé o tún fẹ́ gbọ́? Jẹ́ kí n tó wá make it again. I have told them that if they have any evidence to prove pé Wùnmí ló pa Mohbad, kọ́ gbé wá. Àwa gan fẹ́ yí 360 mọ́ Wùnmí lọ́wọ́. But bring the evidence. Show us the video.
Show me something. You are not just going to be based on obìnrin dikinikan. Okay, no, that's why I keep saying it's common sense. First, it was she was sleeping around. It is the baby father. Later, it was they had a fight.
Ó fi ọ̀bẹ
They had
stab
a
ẹ̀.
fight. Somebody in his right senses says Wunmi pushed Mohbad
Ó forí gbá.
from the story building.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that they said he pushed him from the balcony and all of that. And then another time is that he stabbed him. Baba himself, when he went there, he saw blood. And then another time he did not see blood. And then it was a little blood. And then it was a pool of blood. It was under the staircase. And then it was, what else do you need to know that these people are actually not normal? They are not, anybody that has sense should know that they don't know what they are saying. You cannot address a legal case from a guest standpoint of view. You are just responding to things based on your feeling or your presumption or your assumption, and you expect a logical person, somebody that his brain is not conjured, to begin to run with that kind of flow. It makes no freaking sense. Even till tomorrow, do you know that the detail? Let's leave investigation. The account of events, because I do not believe that there was an event that led to its arrest other than medical negligence and
Period.
underlying condition.
Mm-hmm.
But let's even have an account of the events that before his death. The last event, what happened? Do you know that till tomorrow, we have like 6 versions of the story that does not align with each other?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody that is normal is still thinking that these people know what they are doing. All of these loopholes are what Yomi saw. But everybody just coming with guess game and false narrative. I can take advantage of this. And we are seeing money. They are mentioning figures.
Mm-hmm.
A bloody, unproductive, unsuccessful carpenter is sitting down having bodyguards,
70
doing
million.
party and changing cars, and you think Yomi will sit down and not say, this man, come on. Everybody could see the whole transformation. So
Isn't
the
every
man is
person
making fortune, and Yomi is seeing all of these things.
just people are questionable? God.
So
Yomi,
the
to take
narratives of
record,
he used them well.
he did. Victor, when you say coach, they were questionable. Like who in their right senses will not sit down and think about the fact that Yomi is not on the father's side, not on the mother's side, not on the wife's side, not on the brother, on the sister's side. So you're literally against the entire family, yet you're looking for justice for the boy. So from who are you getting all your reports and your accounts and everything from? Who is giving you
I
first-hand
heard him say
information?
he's on the side of the public. It makes me laugh because the question I will now ask him is, who are the public?
Which side is the public?
Because that is a very liquid statement. Very
He's
liquid statement.
on the sister side of justice.
Who is the public that is demanding justice for Mohbad?
I want
God rest
TikTokers.
the soul of Mohbad with no deterrence to his name and his legacy. The truth is, we don't like to say it, but the public don't really give a fuck.
don't give a fuck. We like the drama. That's it.
The public don't really give a fuck. Like, how? They don't give a fuck about who killed Michael Jackson till tomorrow. You want to be talking about Mohbad? As how?
Okay. The only reason Victor, the only reason this whole Mohbad thing is still relevant and it's still bubbling on social media, and it's only on this TikTok, is because this is where people make money from. People make money off his name on TikTok. Just come online and be cursing on me or Liam or somebody, and people start dropping gifts. Why do you think Justice for Mohbad is not trending on any other social media platforms than TikTok? So, come up on Instagram, you hear people saying,
If you post anything about Justice for Mohbad on Facebook, nobody go even watch out. Nobody get time. The last time I made a post, like, my fans were literally inboxing me like, Baba, can you drop this thing? This is not making sense. Nobody want to hear this shit. They literally was inboxing me to say, Baba, no, don't enter this nonsense.
And in Instagram, once you drop it, they'll be saying, hey George, this family, please, you should carry your wallet and get out, Daddy. Let's focus on something else.
Yes, now I read a couple of comments on Gist Lover with the last time I posted too. Everybody was like, oh God, I want people they mad.
Nonsense.
So you said something that is very interesting. You said your me is not on the father, not on the mother, not on the brother. Let me tell you one of the reasons. You know that most of these people, in their heart of hearts, there are two people that are supporting Baba Mohbad, not just Mohbad. There are two categories of people. One, the people who there's no better way to say it. I want it budget. Like dysfunctional people that they don't even know they are doing evil. You can't give what you don't have. They are evil. Their inside is evil, so that's what they are dispensing. They need help. You can clearly hear them and you'll be like, this person need both psychiatric, spiritual evaluation. Like you can't just do one, you have to do both. As you are treating their brain, you have to be doing deliverance. They are not well. Second category of people are people who have bought a lie. They ignorantly sold a lie to them and they just believe what they are hearing. Go and notice most people who are supporting the man are in this category. There are people who are not really very frequent on social media. They don't know the detail. If you ask them questions, you will know that they are not informed. They don't know the details of the story. They only heard one side. You know, if it's your Facebook, that's all you are watching. You'll be hearing one side of the story and you won't even know every other thing that is going on so that you will get the balance. Now, there are another kind of people in Baba Mohbad's team. Those are the people who they are the most evil as far as I'm concerned. In their heart of hearts, they know the truth. But false narrative is sellable to them and is profitable. So they intentionally are pushing a false narrative because that is what is popular. And that's why you know that we are in an evil society. Because just say, Mohbad, there are some bitter, hungry, frustrated single mothers who just hate the fact that the young lady can be happy and be married at that age. That will just attack her. It's sellable, it's popular.
There's another category too, you mentioned.
You may fall in this category of people who intentionally they know the truth. That's why it's not on anyone's side. Your me knows say the man is not well. He knows that he's not correct.
You know, Victor, our category kan náà dẹ̀ wà tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ìyẹn la máa ń pè ní waste product. Mo tẹ́ bá ṣe jollof rice tábẹ́ pot yẹn bá jóná. Ṣé mo pé ó ní abẹ́ pot kan tó ṣe jẹ tó máa ń dùn. Bọ́ abẹ́ pot kan wà tó pẹ́ láti há dànù kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè ṣe lè jẹ́ lè fẹ́ràn gan jẹ. Those ones are the waste products. Anywhere benefit, the zero direction people that don't have sense, people that are using this to just cure depression, people that like to feed off negativity, people who like thrive, in the midst of negativity, people who just want the drama, these people, they do not have direction. They don't care whether Wumi knows that they don't know. They don't know the truth. They don't care about their own is that I'm here, they are cussing, this feeds me, I like this vibe, I'm here.
They just enjoy the drama. You see those ones, those ones, this category you are talking about, there are plenty in abroad, they are not in Nigeria. I want singular abroad, I want it budget. They are taking 1 8-hour shift to another 8-hour shift. They don't know what is going on in the world. They are using Justice of Mohbad case to while away overtime shifts. Every day of their life. Wọ́n ti gbé APC sétí níná ní nursing home, assisted living. Want to shisha, want to budget. The last time they've ever been on the street or do anything will be during COVID. They from their house to their job, from job to house, why go to church. The only place where they are living, they are actually living, is on social media. Like that's where they can get a breath of life. That's the only place that met somebody. They want to single, I want to budget one. Rukodo, the only toaster they have are people who inbox them on Facebook. I want to wreck. They are making money, but yet they don't know how it's being spent. They are so unhappy. They are so unproductive. All they do is work. So the only thing that give them a breath of living, like having a life on the inside of them, is when they hear people talk on social media. They just, that's where they just perish. That's their vacation. That's their holiday. That's their everything. Even you cannot even feel like alive. That's the only place where somebody can say, and sister me, okay, and give them love and like and all of those things. That's the only way they can feel like they are still human.
Look, we are
Now them,
describing.
I want to abroad again.
There's a difference between cursing people and describing people. So what we've done is describe. We've not cursed anybody.